Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. Today is February, and for the occasion, I am showcasing my top 5 fragrances for the month of February. I like to begin the morning with Coco Noir. Now, Coco Noir is a very special fragrance. It's hated and it's loved. I don't know. It's very peculiar, and I have done a review of this one. You could check it out in the description box down below, but the link to it. It keeps me guessing, and because it keeps me guessing, there are moments in time when I just crave it like crazy, and then there are moments in time where I can't handle it. It's just too much for me. And in February, I don't know why, maybe because it's so cold outside or what the reasons are or what the reasons may be, but I'm completely obsessing with it, especially like when I wake up, I need that freshness of it. I don't know, it's like coffee to me. And not just the eau de parfum, you know, it only exists as an eau de parfum and as a pure parfum. There is no eau de toilette of Coco Noir, and it is also the most expensive of Chanel fragrances really out there. But, well, let's not counting the Les Exclusives. Of the regular releases, this one is the most expensive, go figure. So I also use it as pure parfum. Let's come in as close as possible so you could see it. That's a 15 milliliter bottle, and this is a 100 milliliter bottle of the eau de parfum. So you could see the difference, and then there's everything in between. And I love the bottle so much, and when I travel, I don't like to take the 100 ml with me. I have a 50 ml bottle as well. This is just for my travel. That's how obsessed I am with it and how in love I am with the bottle design. Now, this one also exists as a 35 milliliter spray. I never really purchased it because of the shape of the bottle it had, but now Chanel has changed the bottle shapes, so the 35 ml is exactly the same proportions of the 100 and the 50, except it's teeny tiny, and I would love to get it, but you know that I have forbidden myself to purchase anything new for the year 2017. So I am looking and waiting for somebody to kind of sell theirs, or sell a gift that they received online secondhand. So I might be getting that one too as soon as I hunt it down. But just to let you know how it used to be, and here we get to the perfume number 2 for February. This is how the 35 milliliter of the eau de parfum Coco Noir used to look like. This is Coco. This is the first of the Coco series from the first half of the 80s. However, this is not a pre-reformulation fragrance. This is relatively new. This one, well, relatively new. It's at least maybe 6 to 7 years old, but still. This is the 35 milliliter bottle of Coco eau de parfum. So I am loving the eau de parfum at the moment. They have also changed the bottles for this little beauty here. Also, Coco eau de parfum in 35 milliliter has received a revamped cut and tailoring in this shape of bottle, but it's 35 ml. You could check the review of this one as well in the description box down below. Now, Coco is an incredible fragrance. I have my difficulties with it and my troubles with it and my problems with it, and I use it very rarely, but in such cold weather, I'm loving it because I think, because Coco is not what it used to be, but now it's something totally new. Coco definitely gives me a feeling and a vibe of, within the cold weather, of what it used to smell like in the 80s and 90s. Now that means that if the weather is too hot, I get too much of a soapy, chemical something out of it that I don't really like. And when it's very cold outside, that kind of soapiness sometimes, not always, tends to, like my nose tends to skip it, or let's say that ingredient or that nuance of the fragrance is kind of skipped, and I am spared that soapy touch. I don't mind soapiness, but in this one I do mind it because I'm always very obsessed with Coco in particular, of kind of jumping into the base notes or the dry down of the fragrance. And I always say that to me, the quality of a fragrance is not given really by its head; it's given by all its notes. But if the dry down is magical, you gotta keep her. And Coco's dry, and I've been talking to Lanier Smith, by the way. Hi Lanier, check out his channel. He's the best perfume reviewer out there. I've been chatting with him, and he loves Coco a lot. And I told him, like, I love it, but I have really my difficulties to kind of unlock its mysteries completely. So I don't want to make this into a review, but just to let you guys understand why I'm kind of rediscovering it, because I mentioned to Lanier, you know, the second that it keeps me kind of on the edge throughout the entire development and process of the fragrance, between liking it and not liking it, until it hits that very last dry down. And that's when Coco just like comes at me and devours me and makes me love it from head to toe. And it's just that last breath of life that Coco de Parfum kind of just infuses me with, that makes me love it passionately, without any limitations, you know, unconditionally. And so in winter, and this is why I love it right now, I get to that last breath much quicker, and it lasts longer on me when the weather is the way it is. So this is definitely my number 2. Number 3, Noble Leather by Yves Saint Laurent, the Eau de Parfum. This one, I don't even know if you could see anything over here, guys, there. You could see I have kind of half the bottle still. Eau de Parfum, they say they have a lot of essential oils in here. This one is incredibly intense. It lasts forever. It's super oily on the skin. Even I could see it glistening and shining on my skin after I've sprayed it on. You could also check the review of this one in the description box down below. This is an Yves Saint Laurent kind of boutique, some limited counter exclusive, so you won't find it everywhere. It is part of a kind of a range of 5 of them or 6. I don't know. They keep adding them all the time. I think it's 5 at the moment, but Noble Leather is my favorite of the 5 of this particular range, and they have another exclusives selection with their kind of materials and iconic garments that Yves Saint Laurent created. But anyway, Noble Leather it kind of works afternoon to evening and then throughout the entire evening. And most of these fragrances that I will be listing are definitely... because maybe it's winter, I don't know, but they're more evening type of scents. I'm a sort of bear now, meaning that in winter, my natural kind of rhythm just makes me want to chill and sleep and relax. During the day, I'm not that active. And during the night, neither. I like to sleep a lot in winter. I need, like, my entire body just needs that sleep in winter. I don't know why. It's just the way it is. And so I feel that need... I don't know, I have the feeling it's always night. You know, the days are shorter and yada yada. But fragrances to me veer towards night. And maybe because the night is even colder than the day. So I have really intense, strong perfumes that kind of represent my my nights. So Noble Leather is definitely one of them. With its plum, with its saffron, dried fruits, vanilla, and patchouli. It smells like a drug, and a drug it is. I'm loving this one. Now moving to the Les Exclusives, Chanel number 22. Morning, evening, day, and night, anything goes. This is the Eau de Toilette. I would not recommend you to get the Eau de Parfum. The Eau de Parfums are way overpriced, and the ingredients I feel are of lesser quality. This is a batch code number 5801, so it is a couple of years old. Look at this ambery color. It's rare to find a number 22 that develops so well. So I'm extremely lucky to have found this one. Oh, what can I tell you? Check out the review in the description box down below. I'll post it, but maybe I should redo a review just on this particular bottle, Eau de Toilette, batch code number 5801. I mean, I love the Pure Parfum as well, but the Eau de Toilette, it's just the creaminess, the depth. It warms your soul, and yet it gives you that zesty touch that kind of slaps you in your face and wakes you up from your winter sleep. So it makes you kind of struggle and battle out the winter depression. It's such a sunny fragrance. This ambery color represents the sun. It's a picker-upper for winter. It definitely gives you a good vibe, a good mood, positive energy. It's really sunshine in a bottle for the winter months, and I would definitely recommend this one in Eau de Toilette or Pure Parfum form to anybody, really. It's such a genderless, timeless fragrance. It is, as its name says, number 22, from the year 1922. Sorry, I got a cough here. Okay, so that was 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 5, and this might come as a surprise to you because I've never showed this one really before. Lorenzo Villoresi's Sandalo. Now, the sandal, and I've been saying I'm going to do a review on this one since ages. I don't know if I really, no, I never did. I still have to do a review. I hate sandal since many years because it's overproduced, it's overdone, like sandalwood in general in all fragrances. It's kind of like the oud and sandal go like that, like hand in hand, and represent the niche perfumery. And it's so freaking annoying to me, and I wish that it would stop being, you know, the sandal and the oud. Been there, done that over and over again. However, and I do not like, I have to say, most of the people that pass by the kind of smell of sandal, I go like, oh yeah, okay, another wannabe. And here she is, the wannabe. I love it. And I have a problem with it because too many people wear sandal. Now, actually, the tendency is going a little bit down. There's not as much of it going around anymore, but still, it's still kind of to my, you know, it still represents that niche wannabeism. Wannabe is niche wannabeism t-shirt right there. And yet I love it. But because I do not like smelling it around on too many people for what it represents, it's overused and abused, that's why I use this one at home only. I just like a little bit of, and a little bit of it goes a really long way because this one is so powerful and intense. You could smell it days and days and days after you've sprayed it on, but it just relaxes me. It's a very dry fragrance. It's the opposite of this sunshine, oily, buttery happiness in a bottle, which is number 22. This one is dry. This one is so dry, you can't even breathe because it dries your throat. You have to drink like tea or something while you're smelling this one because it's so dry. But that dryness of it gives me that illusion that kind of all that snow or whatever wetness outside is gone. It's not a part of my life, and I'm just like happy in my dry, cozy home, or fashion bunker in this case. One spray and that's all I need. It lasts me for hours. And it's just really an intimate fragrance. I prefer this as an intimate one, and because I don't like to smell it on others outside, I also don't wish to kind of torture others as well because it's so intense, and I'm sure some people do not like the smell of it. Now, I'm repeating myself every month because I do 6 instead of 5 fragrances. I do have a 6th fragrance this month as well. I just could not go without it. And this is another one of those fragrances that it is a Les Exclusives from Chanel. And it is one of those fragrances that I do not really say much about. I do not talk much about it. I did do a review on it. But it's my least favorite because it's the easiest one that pops in your eye. It's the one that most people go to or go for once they, you know, decide to purchase a Les Exclusives. If they go for the first time to discover the Les Exclusives range, this is the one that, as mostly 90% of the time, is the first one that kind of pops to your vision and to your olfactive senses. And it's usually the first one people veer to and go to because it has the most character. And that's why I kind of usually, you know, don't like it because it's too easy in a way. But here it is, guys. You've guessed probably already. It's Coromandel. Coromandel by Chanel. Only the eau de toilette. Never get the eau de parfum. The eau de parfum is overpriced, more expensive than the eau de toilette, and not as good. This is one of the first batches of Coromandel. So it's pure. It has, look at this color. Oh, it has its chocolatey touch in there. It has the patchouli in there. I'm going to have to revisit this one. I'm ready for it in winter because it's so deep and heavy and magical at the same time that summer is a waste of time to use it really because you just kind of burn through it quickly. In winter, it slowly peels off layer for layer or per layer until you get to its core. And I've sprayed this in one of my archive rooms the other day. And you can see how sparingly I use it because I've had this for years. So 2 days after spraying it on my skin, within this archive room, right? I re-enter the room and I still smell it. That's fucking incredible. Incredible and crazy. Incrazible. It's incrazible, people, because like, oh my God. So the down last level of this fragrance is patchouli. And I usually don't sense it on my skin, but within this space, and was a sealed off space, after 2 days, that last layer peeled off, and there it was. I entered the room and I was like, whoa, patchouli, I finally get that note that I've been looking for in my skin that I never really sense. It's there in the room, on some garment, somewhere in the space, in the air. Incredible. I get the chocolatey touch, the white chocolatey touch in here as well, and it's just so soothing, magical, and I've rediscovered it for myself the past days, and every freaking time I wear it, and this is the one I've been wearing the most lately, compliments, 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 too many actually. It's to a degree where I'm a little bit embarrassed, because kind of in my mind it also triggers this, I want another compliment, I'm gonna spray it again today. and then but oh my God. Yeah, what can I say? It's the easiest one to catch and to behold and to cherish and to love, but then it's also for a reason, I want to battle it out and kind of give all the other Les Exclusives the merit that they deserve, because they're all magical, but this one, yeah, it does take the cake. So there you have it. These are my top 5-ish fragrances for the month of February 2017. I hope you liked this video. Let me know what your favorites are in the comment section down below. And stay chill, stay cool, everybody. See you soon, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. I'm also on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So no matter how cold and chilly it gets outside, or if you're in the warm part of the hemisphere in winter, so your winter is your summer, or our winter is your summer, or our summer is your winter, don't you fret none and never give up on love. See you soon. Take care, guys. Bye.